There is Derek Carr pointing. It is Deep Dive After Dark.
Welcome to the halftime show. I guess I would say that vibes so far not feeling very good for the Saints. There's been some kind of moments where the pressure has gotten to Carr and he has turned into a pumpkin. The vibes for the Saints defense are a little bit more concerning because they're being coordinated poorly and the Chiefs are kind of out of preseason mode. And they're just like, now they're just trying weird shit. And also Mahomes is unsackable and hitting the Travis Kelce button as Kelce is finding the cracks in the zone. There's some pretty straightforward things that the Saints can do, in my opinion, to adjust defensively if they have eyes and watch the first half. And I think this type of a game state where you have Chiefs with the ball first, Chiefs with a 9-point lead, makes this one pretty straightforward. Second half under. I am still waiting for a number to open widely available here so I can make a there it is. I have KC -2 -108 is the side. Over under 21. Juicy -113 to the under.
It's a bet. It's a bet. I'm already on this pregame. It's pretty much, it's a 44. Sure.
Here we go.
What are we at?
I bet it as well. Under 21 -113.
Yeah, so 44 total. A little higher from pregame, but it's one of those things where them with the ball, the success rate they've had on early downs, passing or running. It's one of those, we haven't seen the big explosive plays, and it's been fine because it's kind of like the very first year post Tyreek, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Where the good Dr. Eager called it crossing the street 100 times to get there.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Like, it's fine because they have, they're winning the battles up front. Somebody talked about that in the live chat already. Like, the front for the Saints look a little overwhelmed, especially on rundowns. They're almost getting to Mahomes, but Mahomes' pocket presence and his feel and his escapability is good enough. And
10 out of 10.
And then when he's doing that, somebody's always coming back to the ball because they practice that so well. And one of the guys is Kelce, who apparently, they're just like, I almost made it just a very, very weird. You remember Escape to Witch Mountain?
Yeah.
It's like the kids that had I couldn't think of the word ESP, so I was going to just reference Tia and Tony in Escape to Witch Mountain. It's a good movie. But they're always on the same damn page. And like you mentioned, they're running this soft-ass zone where, I don't know, get up and maybe press on Kelce a little, make him get some separation instead of just trotting out there 8 yards away from the line of scrimmage and being wide open for, 8 catches now?
Yeah, he's up to 8. The usage for Juju Smith-Schuster I find interesting. He didn't get much in terms of a look other than some garbage yardage to try to make third more convertible until the 2-minute where it was literally just Juju. Kind of fascinating that's sort of his role now, is sort of the wide receiver one in the hurry up. Keep that kind of in the back of your mind for when they're in higher leverage games, I suppose. But yeah, the Saints defense has been super underwhelming, and I don't know if they have 4 or 5 sacks instead of just the heavy pressures that they're getting. Maybe we feel a little bit differently, but I think the interior pressure for the Kansas City Chiefs defense against Derek Carr is going to be effective at stopping any type of comeback effort here for the Saints. The lateral was a design play. That's not surprising at all. I'm sure they practice all sorts of that shit. I feel like
Kelce probably, lobbied for that. He always wants to lateral. So I think he's pretty happy he got to run that.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying all kinds of stuff because they're 4-0, about to be 5-0.
Kelce probably gets unless this gets out of hand and it's just, the first 14 are by Kansas City and it turns into all runs. He's going to get 4 or 5 targets in the second half
easily. Too? No. I think how many drives sequences are going to go hunt, run, Mahomes scramble, throw to Kelsey. Like 7 sequences like that. I feel like in the second half. Now he has to catch 3 of those balls, which he probably will. I don't know. I don't know if there's I don't know if there's an adjustment that takes Kelsey out of this game in terms of production. So I would play that over. Yeah. I don't have much else to say about this one, man. This feels probably like typical classic. Guys. This is classic old Andy Reid with a fat lead and the ball first, second half under. Don't overcomplicate it. I don't know. I kind of wish. Yeah, I don't know.
The fact that, I mean, that was a concern, I guess, of mine of the Chiefs was, CEH he's out indefinitely. Pacheco out for a long time. You have Carson Steele, who apparently sucks. I mean, he's fine, but that fumble, and then he just got blown up on a goofy play that they were, what was going to be some sort of reverse to worthy. Didn't work out. Fumble goes on his record though, and looks bad. But I was worried that Hunt wouldn't come back and look like this, I guess. But they do have a top 10 offensive line. They're getting a lot of push inside even. And I think that's one of the big issues for the Saints right now. On the other side is they lost their center. They lost their backup center. They lost their guard that played center when he was in college. And they had another guard that's all banged up. So the interior, the offensive line against, I don't know, a top 1 defensive tackle.
Yeah.
It was never going to turn out well. They're really running the ball very poorly. And I don't know, they might have to give it up.
Yeah, for sure.
Soup and wine of the week. I'll put up a poll for the soup of the weekend. I'm going to let you guys vote. I'm going to let the internet decide what I'm going to make, because I have so many different ones I want to make. I got a new immersion blender, and I want to make fresh. I want to make tomato soup from fresh tomatoes.
Yeah,
cook them, stew them, immersion blend them, whatnot, with some garlic and whatnot.
At this point, this is wine wreck of the week. It's getting close to holiday season. You're going to want good wines for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and maybe New Year's also. The Napa Valley cabs from 2018 are ready to drink, and they are fucking ridiculous. They go well with any kind of food you're going to serve. And I would just try to get your hands on 2018 Napa cabs and call it a day. If you want specific recommendations, I would just kind of point to appellations. I would stick to valley fruit, not mountain fruit. The mountain fruit will probably come around as well, but it maybe not be drinkable yet. It just still needs a little bit of time in the bottle.
That thinner skin they get in the mountains just needs a little more time. A little more time.
Also, the mountain fruit's always a little more weird and complex anyway, and those are more. I like the mountain fruit better in down years, because then you have something interesting to find. I think in the good years you just stick to the meat and potatoes, Valley Floor stuff, Rutherford, Oakville, St. Helena. Don't overcomplicate it.
I don't know what's a good brand that's not gonna cost you $100. I'm trying to think of how much is Decoy.
It's probably 35, 40. I don't know if you're going to find anything. You're probably going to have to make a trip to Total Wine and More, I'm going to guess, to get a 2018. The grocery store is not going to have 2018 right now. They're going to have 2020, 2021 probably.
That's the thing. If you're going to go buy wine, at least go to the liquor store where they have the bigger aisle.
Yeah, I would say,
Did Drew take a wine class, or does he drink a lot? It is the latter.
It's what they call self-taught.
Yeah. It's like watching YouTube, except it's going to a winery. Go to Costco. Costco isn't a bad liquor store.
Oh, 2018 Nickel and Nickel is a good one, John. Nickel in general is a good label.
True.
Yeah. Oh, what's going on here?
The game we played on Sunday night, if you even remember from last night.
I don't.
Camus.
His name is Camus?
Camus Gruger Hill.
No.
Yes.
That's a player for the Vikings?
Yes. I think that one would have to be worth more points. That's like a 2.5 pointer, right?
Camus?
I'm still thinking this has
legs. God.
As a I think it might have legs as a game show.
Yeah, I think that's made up. It would have legs as a game show, but that would be like for the $1 million. That's not the tier 1 question. All right.
We will do a pod of that game at some point. Maybe we should have a guest, and then because then it's a lot more fun to yell at somebody. Like, how are you so fucking stupid that you can't get this? All right, should we call it and go do a recap pod?
Yeah, let's do it. Here you go. You ready? Total Wine and More. You can get a Silver Oak cab from 2018 for just under $90. That is one that will blow people away at Thanksgiving or Christmas. If you take that as a gift, you go into you get a girlfriend or a fiance, you're meeting the parents for a little holiday tete-a-tete, get to know, eat a little food, drink a little wine, take a Silver Oak 2018.
Did you just throw it a tete-a-tete?
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that one would impress anyone. All right, man. Ready?
Yes, we'll call it. If you guys want, we will be doing a live show on a different same YouTube channel, but we're going to go over the whole week 5 results, talk it through for a little bit, talk about week 6. It will be a podcast as well if you guys want to watch the game instead. But if you want to join the live chat, we'll see you over there in a few.